Right, let's take you to this devastating story now. The three children who are aged between 1 and 4 who died in Mdantsane in the Eastern Cape after consuming porridge allegedly contaminated with poison are said to be laid to rest today. 2 of those victims are from one household. A 4th child is said to be in a stable condition in hospital. Watching those developments is our reporter Sidima Mfeku, who joins us now live. And Sidima, it seems you're at the cemetery now. Take us through what's been said so far. An impossible moment for the parents of these children.
Right, Ayanda, it's quite a somber moment here in Mdantsane as the 2 families of the 3 children are laying the remains of those young lives to rest here in Mdantsane. If I may just get out of picture here and show you, they are now, revealing their tombstones, and also it's going to be an ashes to ashes moment just any minute from now. We do understand that the families did say that they are quite saddened by what has happened, and they were also saying that they never expected that they would have to bury their children at such young ages. And they did also mention to us that providing them or feeding them with the porridge is something that they used to do, and they never anticipated that at some day this instant porridge would be the one that takes the lives of these children away from them. They are Tembelihle Bambela, who is 4 years old, Iminati Bambela, who's 1 year 6 months, as well as Linomta Livendo Dane, who is 1 year 2 months as well. We do understand that from here we're going to be going to the hall where the funeral service is going to be taking place, where Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane is expected to be a part of that funeral service, as well as the executive mayor of the Buffalo City Metro, Ms. Princess Faku. She's also going to be a part of the service later on in the day. In fact, when we leave the cemetery here, quite a very serious conversation to be heard about, this the consumption of poisonous food, especially in the Eastern Cape, where we've seen just last year, between October and November, scores of children being admitted in hospital due to consumption of food items, or alleged consumption of food items that were bought at local spaza shops. And now it extends to popular or well-known shops, and it becomes something that's of a very big concern that maybe we would like to engage to the Eastern Cape Premier about and see if whether are there inspections done in well-known shops, if it is though true that these learners had died of following they've died of the consumption of that instant porridge. But we also do understand that the well-known store did mention that they had given a directive to all their franchises that they should remove the Top Score instant porridge that is manufactured in Namibia on shelf, so that they investigate if whether or not it is good for consumption, or rather if it is really toxic for consumption.
Absolutely. That recall being instituted as a precautionary measure. I wonder, Sidima, if there's been any tribute that's been given so far. I mean, since the story broke, we've really been referring to these children as just, the 3 siblings who died after consuming this porridge. But it's a bit difficult to place the kind of children they were. Has any of that been shared yet?
When we leave here from the cemetery, we're going to be going to the hall where the funeral service is going to be held. And I suppose that is where we're going to be speaking to most people. You'd understand that this is quite a very, a very intimate session that is set to be with the family. And so most people, like your teachers of these children, they have playmates and other people from the community would be gathered at the hall when the service continues. So we're going to be speaking to those people and find out from them how were they as kids. It's very also important to note that the 4 years old is an infant who was probably in an early childhood development daycare center. And so we would like to find out from the principal of that child, maybe how were they as a child in that particular daycare center. Maybe they can share with us how they've been behaving, what with the prospects of this child as they're growing older.
Absolutely. So many shattered dreams and hopes for this family. Sidima Mfeku, thanks very much indeed for that reporting. Sidima's live to us there from Mdantsane. And again, as soon as that funeral service begins at a special community hall, we'll certainly bring as much of it live to you as we can here on The Agenda.